Oh, what's good? What's good? We on the deck. It's late at night. I'm by the one light. Else it's too dark out here. You wouldn't be able to see me if I move around too much, but yeah, I gotta cool down after a soak, and for whatever reason, my brain was just running at 100 miles a minute in there, and it goes to where it often goes, where I'm thinking about spirituality, and I'm just going deep into it because I feel like I gotta think about these things and kind of converse with myself a little bit because I don't have very many people to talk with this kind of thing to about people because they're not into it. They have their own beliefs, they're on their own path, and I'm not trying to be evangelical where I'm putting my thoughts and opinions and systems on other people, but I do hope they find some answers in their own time that'll make them happier. And yeah, as I was thinking about it, I was just thinking I talk about God quite a bit on my runs and whatnot. You guys have definitely heard me talk about it, and it's just kind of like an oversimplification of something that I'm still trying to understand myself, which is an omnipotent, ever-present energy that's not under the constraints of space, time, or matter. Right? If life was broken down into slides, frame by frame, millisecond by millisecond, God would both be something that was in those frames and in between those frames. It's very curious, like even with quantum physics and stuff, we have the double slit experiment, and we don't even understand the full nature of reality. We have this kind of opinion out there that we like figure everything out, we get all the answers, everything can be explained by science and whatnot, but it's not necessarily true. We don't understand why we have this Ready Player One type experience with life, where by perceiving reality, we also change the nature of reality, almost as if we have uh, the breath of creation within us. We understand that there's multiple dimensions, and we understand that there are guiding forces and things outside our realm of perception: touch, smell, taste, sight, etc., that is affecting us, but we can't perceive it. I believe we all have this capacity to worship something, and if we don't worship something higher than ourselves, something outside of ourselves, and humble ourselves, we can end up worshiping some of the wrong things, and we often do. We worship substances, we can worship other people, we can worship ourselves. And I always feel better at least once per day, usually in the morning, touching base with some kind of scripture, some kind of prayer, where I touch base with God. I have an honest conversation, and I thank Him, and I start my day with gratitude and humility, and I'll prostrate myself down on the floor and really, really try to connect. And I think that's good. Anyways, again, I'm not trying to tell you guys to do this or that. I'm just trying to think out loud and explain what is helpful for me, what makes me feel good. And yeah, I'd put myself in some top percentile of people that spend time by themselves and in my own head. And what's nice about that is over time I was able to reforge my connection with the higher power, with God, when I cleared my whiteboard off. And uh, the funny thing was, when it was cleared off, it was like, oh, there's just a lot of stuff in the way, and I could touch base and hear more clearly and connect with that feeling, that present moment, and yeah, find a sense of peace. Like it says in some of the scripture, peace is found in the remembrance of God.